we've been talking in great detail about the Ashley Dupre interview on ABC's 2020. It hasn't aired yet. However, we have obtained the tape.
Oh, we have?
We have obtained the tape. It's really good stuff. And look, before we watch it, I want you guys to focus on one specific thing, okay? Diane Sawyer's face.
Oh, this is going to be great.
That's it.
I haven't seen it yet, but this is going to be great. And by the way, I love all your sources at all these different places that allow you to obtain this footage. It's great work. All right, let's check it out.
When one of the most powerful men in the country, the governor of New York, Eliot Spitzer, announced that he had been hiring young women from an escort service. And by the way, he's a former prosecutor as well. But what about the young woman who was at the center of that storm? We heard some things about her, that she was from a good family in New Jersey, her stepfather an oral surgeon. For 3 years now, I have been following the lives of young women who find themselves ending up in prostitution, asking the question why. And this morning, for the first time, Ashley Dupre is going to begin telling you about hers.
In the firestorm of headlines, all we knew about the woman at the center was from her webpage. Billed as a worldly sophisticate who loved fine wines and travel. Someone who was fully in control, a girl named Kristen.
And Kristen?
Yes, I was Kristen.
She says her real name is Ashley Dupre. She was 22 years old and says she didn't even know that her client was the governor.
I turned on the TV and I said, oh, what did I get myself involved in? And I felt like everything slowed down around me, and it was just the TV and and I was shocked. That's when I found out what I was involved in. I didn't know the depth to my situation. That's when I found out who it was. When I connected the dots was when everyone else found out.
Hadn't seen him in the paper?
No. He looked familiar, but I was 22 years old. I wasn't reading the papers. I was so involved in my life, and I was so selfish and caught up in my life, and I didn't know who he was. And I was whoever they wanted me to be, and he was whoever he wanted to be.
And so, when you watched the two of them on television, the governor and Mrs. Spitzer.
In the past few days, I've begun to atone for my private failings with my wife.
What were you watching?
Her face.
I feel
Why?
I felt connected to her.
Oh,
I didn't feel connected to him. Her pain, and I just saw the pain in her eyes.
In the scalding scandal, the governor was surrounded by advisors. The 22-year-old young woman fended for herself.
Who did you call first?
My mom.
What'd you say to her?
Are you sitting down? She was upset, shocked. I mean, like any mother would be if they heard the news that I delivered to her.
She had no idea. Read someplace again that you called your biological father, too.
Yeah.
What'd you say to him?
I said, Daddy, I'm in trouble. I don't know how big, but I know that I'm in trouble.
And what about the stepfather who had helped raise her from the time she was 7?
Your stepfather, what has he said to you?
He was so disgusted with me when everything happened, and now it's getting better, and we're working on our relationship. But he's been there, and he's supporting me the best way that he can. You know, everyone deals with pain and anger in a different way. I can't be angry at him that he can't, like, come and save me and you know, hug me and it's going to be okay. He couldn't do that in the beginning, but now he has been. It's little steps.
She says she had left her escort work for months and months and had only returned 4 weeks when she had that appointment with the governor. She said she found going back was harder than she expected. It's there in her journal where she writes, "Today was my first night back at the agency. It was really difficult for me.
I don't remember it being this hard. It used to be easy for me. I never really thought about what it was that I was doing."
Tonight she talks about her choices and why she thinks it could have been any girl next door.
At home, a lot of people are saying, well, I would never have made that choice. That's just a line I would never have crossed.
And one girl's life in the escort trade.
You say the work, but you haven't said the words.
The work.
Prostitution.
Escort.
Escort. What's the difference?
Escort.
What's the difference?
I think it's the same, perhaps.
Any difference in your mind, though?
Yes, I think that prostitution is only about sex, whereas an escort is more, it's time spent, it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, right. You keep telling yourself that. All right, I hated myself for loving that. The hushed tones, the whispers, the crying a little bit. Hold on. I was a whore.
No, the best part was Diane Sawyer's face.
Uh-huh.
As I was watching that, as serious as that topic was, I was cracking up. I was like in there just laughing throughout the entire thing.
I don't think this topic is serious at all. Okay.
I mean, she's in pain. And
oh, please.
You want to feel some sympathy for her.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
No.
She didn't work.
Here's my favorite point. First of all, the girl has no class. She's in an interview with Diane Sawyer on ABC, and she says, "Oh shit." Don't say that in the middle of the interview, okay? This is going on national TV. And then second of all, she's like, "It was just a TV and I," when she found out. It was just a TV and I? And I was shocked. Bullshit. You know what was happening? She was thinking, "Booyah! Score!" Because that's when she's going to cash in. She made an unbelievable amount of money. You know why she's not an escort anymore? Because she made sick money when she got famous. And she's pretending like, "Oh my God, I was so shocked and disappointed by it. It really ruined me. As my bank account blew up and blew up and blew up, I was thinking, oh my God, I shouldn't have done this." Oh, please, save it. And is it just me, or did she blow up a little bit?
Like gain weight?
Yeah.
She was always a little heavy.
No, she wasn't heavy, and she's not heavy now.
She always had
but
some meat on her.
Yeah, a little bit. But anyway, look, let's get to the best part. I didn't notice it until Jesus it was going crazy in the control room. Her stepdad was an oral surgeon. And later, she became an oral surgeon of sorts. Swing! She did some surgery with that mouth, and I like that mouth shot later when she was reading from the diary, and they're like, you know, I'm like, all right, dude, I got it. Part of it that bothered me was in the beginning, and I know this isn't a minor thing, but she was from a good family. I don't know. I mean, I know that if you come from a broken family, you're more likely to be a prostitute and stuff like that. But a good family always, maybe because I'm a lib, it always sounds a little off to me. Like
no, and that's the funny thing. I don't know if ABC did any research into that, but she didn't really come from a good family.
Oh, really?
Maybe her parents had money or whatever, but that didn't necessarily mean she came from a good family. In fact, on Ashley Dupre's MySpace account, on her very own personal MySpace account, before all this drama happened, she said that was the first thing in her bio, "I come from a broken family."
Oh. Interesting. But her father made significant money, so that's good enough for us. And, okay, and that's, look, I'll come back to Anna's point, because she's the best, great point. Who can bear Diane Sawyer anymore?
No, honestly.
I mean, like, how do you sit there seriously through those interviews?
Even if this, I mean, you might not think it was a serious topic, but it has a serious tone to it, at least, right? And, I mean, it totally made it laughable. Diane Sawyer's face makes it laughable.
No, and the whole, all of TV is laughable now. You know, the whole, like, fake seriousness and drama, and it's as if they're talking about, like, an assassination or something.
Right.
They're like, and then when you hooked with him, you know, did you go oral first, or did you put your legs up? She's like, and then when I found out, it was just the TV and I. Oh!
When another thing that really, like, caught my attention was when she said that she delivered the news to her mom. Who says that? Do you ever say, oh yeah, I delivered the news to my mom?
I don't. Hey, Mom, I have a delivery for you. I'm a whore. Yeah, no. And finally, I give you the Diane Sawyer face one more time. Okay, Dave, here you go.